Hey YouTubers, this is Nova Scotia Dave here, and today I bought a Diwali diesel portable diesel heater, and these are some of the accessories that came with it. You got it from Amazon. You have the instructions, you have the air pipe, you got the exhaust pipes, you have the muffler, the air pipe, the filter pipe, and the filter, and you have the 110 adapter, and you also have a pigtail here if you want to hook a 12-volt source to it there. Some of the extras that I did get was an elbow here that goes underneath there, and I'll show you in a minute, and also exhaust port there where I can mount to a wall and I don't have to have a door open or a window or pass it through anything like this here and that, so that works kind of handy. Now inside here, like, you have the remote control and you have the controller that operates it. Nice little case here. And inside here you have the fuel tank, you get the pump, and then the unit itself and that. Very well packed in here and everything else, nice and portable. Underneath it there, they did one cutout there, and you have both the exhaust and you have the intake, or the air filter and that, you know. But it's funny thing is that why they only did one cutout there. What my plans are is that I'm going to take a hole saw and I'm going to cut out a second hole where you see the mark there, so then I can run the air filter pipe out the back there. When I got these elbows here, you know, I got those so then they can actually fit here, and then I can run the pipe out straight out there. And I'm going to have the same one for the air filter tube going out there and coming up here after, and I'll show you once I get that hooked up in that. That way there, you know, you can run the exhaust out this way here, and you don't have to have it sitting up on blocks or whatever to give the space underneath here, you know, which you want to try and eliminate. This is before I cut it. As you can see there, I put the clamps on there. The ones at the bottom are really difficult to get at because you can't reach in there. So what I use is a small little socket on there, and I kind of worked it around there and that. Next thing I did was make a plate so I can hold the both the air filter and the exhaust in place there so it won't come loose. So it securely holds down both hoses, so I don't have to worry about them coming loose at all. The next thing I did is because of the heat that's generated from the muffler nut, I decided to put some heat cloth down here. I used two-sided tape there to hold it in place there. So when I attach the muffler to the casing there, it's not going to transfer the heat to the metal. So the muffler attaches nicely to the side there. One thing you have to really make sure is that you have to make sure you look inside, that when you screw in there, that it's not going to affect any wires or pipes or anything like this inside the case. So here I have the muffler on there, the air filter, and the long pipe here. Now the next step is going to be testing it. Because of the heat generated by the exhaust and that, I figured it'd be a good time to put some heat wrap on it, just to protect the air filter hose from getting too hot. Before you start the machine there, what you have to do is that you have to prime it. So use the mechanic and the button down, and then you OK. Gonna hold them down and then hit OK. You can hear the pump going. Basically what you're watching is over here, the fuel going in there, because you want to get rid of any kind of air bubbles. It's about minus 10 degrees out, so I figured I'd do it outside first and that. So all I gotta do is on the remote itself, push the on button, and then it starts to ramp up. And the controller will show you the whole functions it's going through. Right now it's warming up the glow plugs, the glow plug in it. Then once that's warmed up there, you'll start hearing the fuel pump and then the fan. What I recommend too is that when you first start it, it's best to start outside there because of everything. It will smoke a bit there, all the paints and the protective coatings and everything else on it. And then leave it running for at least about half hour, something like this here. And then it's safe to start it inside as long as the exhaust itself is vented outside. You can usually hear the pump going, which will quieten down after it starts. You can hear the turbine kicking in. Start getting a little bit of exhaust smoke that's common, but of course being cold out, that's probably condensation from the heat. So you can hardly hear the pump now that is cutting in more. You can already feel the heat coming out of here. So right now it's putting out about 34 degrees Celsius coming out the heater hose. And when it's on high, this is the noise you get. Then to shut it down, you hit the off. And then it'll start to ramp down. Or it'll say purging out the whole system and that. So altogether it took about 5 minutes for it to initially heat the glow plugs and start up until it was blasting hot air out of there. Then once it's purged, it will shut off completely. So you got to make sure the power source is always on until it's completely purged out. So roughly took less than 9 minutes there to start up and then shut down. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful with the modifications and the assembly and startup and showing you how it runs and how quiet it is and everything else and that, and how I made it very portable. And basically all the diesel heaters themselves are pretty well all the same. Inside is all the same. The only, some have Bluetooth, which I didn't get. Majority of them are 12 volts, which I got the 110 volt one there because I found this very convenient. And it also has the option of hooking up to a battery if you need be, if you take it camping or hooking up to a car or whatever. And that also just gives you the dual option you have in that instead of dragging around a transformer or anything like this here. And like say, all the styles are different there. You get ones that are tall, you get ones that are short, stubby, and everything else. I like the one with the toolbox kind of style in that because it's nice and portable. I can pick it up and move it there. When I put it in my shop, like I put the mount in the wall there so I can hook the exhaust to it and everything else. So the exhaust is going outside. And if I decide I want to move it there, very easy to move. And portable enough that you can put it into a back of a truck or into a trunk. If the exhaust pipe is too long, you can remove it there and then replace it after the fact and that, but I find it very good. They put out probably about 140 degrees Fahrenheit at the source and that, and it's great for a small workshop or anything else. Like I found my shop isn't insulated, and it takes a chill off and that, so when I'm working down there, it's not freezing and that. So, but anyway, they're very useful. I've seen people, converting the muffler to a radiator to use the heat because it does expel quite a bit of heat coming out of the exhaust pipe and that. All different types of mods and that you see online and that, but I like to make it portable and that, And what kind of amazes me is that when you buy a unit like that, it only normally has one port, for the exhaust, and it doesn't have one for the air filter. And so you'd either have to have it on blocks or whatever. So by cutting out the side there and be able to put the air filter through there and those 90-degree pipes that I got that go underneath there and that, make it very, very convenient in that, because I have low clearance in the bottom there. I don't have to put up on blocks or anything like this here. I put it on a flat surface and run the thing anywhere kind of thing. So this is some thoughts that I put into it and that, and I thought I'd pass it on and to see if it's useful for anybody else that buys a heater like that. I do have one there that I have for my garage, and it is permanently mounted to the outside wall of my garage there. And so I don't hear the ticking noise and things like this. I found it's the same thing. It takes the chill off the garage. And so when you're working in there, you can be underneath the heater and that. I have a long heater hose hooked onto it there. There's a lot of different ways you can use the unit that, but I find they're very useful in that. And it's great if you have a power outage in that, if you're able to use it to heat a house or a room or something like this here and that. Very useful item there. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want. Kind of helps me along there. And I haven't done a video for a while there, but I like tinkering around and stuff like this. And I find if it's useful to the viewers and that, I'll put it on YouTube and that, So, but anyway, again, I hope you liked the video there and have a great day.